Hey, goodness, it's Sporty King. Welcome to the last day of March. And I say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Welcome to Gift Friday. Gift Friday. Okay, I created it because so often we hear people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what allure does Friday have to the person who took their last breath on Thursday? Therefore, I use what I learned from Psalm 92 and 2, and that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. So instead of using TGIF, whoops, spoiler alert, I use TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Thus, I get to add the lesson that I learned in Matthew 6 and 34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. You see, darkness always precedes the light. And I offer first, instead, another way of looking at TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost you to receive to be blessed with the greatest gift of every day? Waking up. Doesn't cost you a dime. And that still moves us into realizing that when we move the T in TGIF from the beginning to the end, what we find is what we really must give God thanks for, and that is today. GIFT. God is for today. Gift Friday is the online sharing. And what I'll do is share one of my original poetic messages so that you can use it to help start a conversation that could change someone's life, including yours, for the better. Each poem I share will be one of my originals, and it will be my gift to you. Here you hear me read the poem. Oops, my finger clicked too quick. Here you hear me read, and share this week's gift. Now, if you like a wonderful gift, if you like a copy, a PDF, colorful PDF copy of the gift, you can ask if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, just drop that in the thread. Send me a copy. But if you're not on my mailing list, send me an email to sporty@sportyking.com, and I'll make sure that I send you one. Today's poem is from my book, I Found Out I'm Living, an affirmation of life. This is the sequel to I Found Out I'm Dying, a celebration of life. So I Found Out I'm Dying celebrated the physical awareness of life. This book, I Found Out I'm Living, celebrates and affirms the spiritual awareness of life. That being said, this poem that I'm reading today blessed me with a speaking principle which I espouse whenever giving advice to someone nervous about going on stage. I tell them, never surrender your energy to your audience. Never surrender your energy to your audience. You see, a lot of times we hear people talk about how important it is to read your audience. I somewhat reframe that guideline. I don't say read your audience. I say read yourself as you lead your audience. So even what I'm going to do today is stay on a little while and see if anybody has some comments and questions about public speaking as it applies, as you'll see this poem will make you start to think about. Okay, so what I'm suggesting with that, though, is that there are too many personalities in your audience for you to dissect what's going on in someone's mind. You may look at someone who looks like they're dull, not paying attention, and what's actually happened is you've taken them on a trip to where what you are saying has made them go into almost a trance. So they're thinking about what you said, and you say, oh my God, they're not feeling me. I need to change this. And in fact, what you are doing is losing them because you've got them where you need them to go. So remember, the person who your eyes catch may cause you to redirect your train of thought. with internal conversation that doubts your effectiveness. In fact, I posted a meme the other day saying, one of the worst mistakes speakers can make is deciding that they have to get the entire audience from the start. See, it's 100 people. I got to reach all 100 people. No, the altar call says, is there one? You have to reach one. In fact, what I added to that was enjoy your flow and pick up people as you go. Meanwhile, I also accept the fact that I don't have to get the entire audience by the end either. There is someone who won't connect with me. I won't let that affect my energy for those who do. Remember, don't let the audience take away your energy. So if I'm looking at someone who doesn't seem to connect with me, and then I change to try to get their reaction, I lose my truth to that person who was getting me. And I need to make sure that that message is finished, gets to that person. And maybe I'll pick up other people along the way. So again, at the end, I'm going to stay on and just give some public speaking tips as people put them in the thread. So you can start thinking about your tips, in fact, if you want to, and then you can put them in the thread, and I'll answer them. But this poem will give you a peek at how blessed I was to learn this lesson through experience. Here's how I introduced it in the book, followed by the poem. Through a speaking engagement in 1997, I became, followed by the poem, which will be Proclaim the Victory. Through a speaking engagement in 1997, I became introduced to a disease called RSD, reflex sympathy dystrophy. I was told by a woman who had RSD that it was like a cross between cancer and muscular dystrophy, and that the pain was sometimes so intense that clapping could cause discomfort. I would later speak to an RSD support group after creating the following poem in their honor. So this woman has said to me, she said, Sporty, we're really enjoying you. She's very deadpan. We're really enjoying you. But you have to understand that this disease is like a cross between cancer and arthritis. Did I say arthritis? No, muscular dystrophy. And sometimes just clapping hurts. So we're really enjoying you. Can you see how you don't let the audience take your energy? So this is called Proclaim the Victory. I see you as you are because I know where I have been. I reach out to remind you that in the spirit is where joy must begin. Yes, work has gotten on my nerves. I've gotten sick of certain twists of fate. I've been bored, insensitive, and disbelieving. But wait, I've been excitable, energetic, even naive. Enjoyed watching you get ahead and pleased with all you've achieved. In fact, we've lived through one another, taking turns setting the pace. Still, you have always gotten us further, even through this trauma I face. For suddenly I realized that my reminders are to myself, how gifted I am just to be. And whether my prayers go up or come down, I remind myself that it is you with me. Recognizing that fact, I find comfort, even joy in my pain. Of course, find joy and enjoy are in no way the same. Yet I know you keep it to a minimum. And though there are times where it drives me insane, my tears saturate the wisdom of loved ones and quench the memories of things I've already done. Serious accomplishments, wild and crazy love affairs, sports, cooking, dancing, trick-or-treating, winning, losing, and good old-fashioned childish fun. So I remind myself that I am a child of God. I remember that only He can take care of me. Yes, I see you as you are because you've sent me where I've been. I reach out to acknowledge that in your spirit, is where all joy must begin. I proclaim the victory. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can see that, if you like what this message is behind that. If you like a copy of the book, you can find it at my website, sporty@sportyking.com. And if you're on YouTube on Facebook or LinkedIn and not on my mailing list, just send me an email request to sporty@sportyking.com. The reason I always say that, I give a tech tip. If I send you the PDF, if you drop it here in the thread and I send it to you, your security will block it as spam. But if you send it as an email, I will be responding to your email, and therefore it will get through your security. If you're watching on YouTube, you can drop it in the comments, not the thread. All right. But meanwhile, just in case I see there's comments, I'll check and see what we got here. Thank God, Pastor. Thank you. Good to see you. Good from you, Ronnie. And again, if anybody's got any public speaking questions or thoughts about that, let me know. Thank God you woke up today. Amen. That's what you have to remember to do. I would love a copy, please. Linda, I hope you're. If you've received email from me before, if you got my newsletter, then you'll know that I have you in there. If not, then send your request to sporty@sportyking.com. And what I'll do after the broadcast for you, I'll go back and double check and see if I have you. And then if I don't, I'll put that in this thread. Okay, Veronica, live, love, and laugh. That's it. Life is short. Even 80-year-old people say life is short. Victor, excellent. What's going on? Bruce with his emojis again, always. Hey, Lamont, good to see you, man. Long time. One of my speaking mentees from Chicago. Great to see you. But again, remember, as you're speaking, that's why I say, like I said, when people say, I get what they're saying when they say read your audience. But here's my key. Again, don't read your audience like you are a psychoanalyst and this person is smiling. Oh, that person's enjoying me. No. You have to recognize that you don't know what's going on in someone's life. And your job, my success as a speaker, to look at somebody and see them just staring into the outer space. You know what? I'm always thinking positively. And when I see that happen, what I'm thinking is, wow, I just took this person on a journey. As I read this poem proclaiming the victory and RSD, maybe they know someone who has that disease and they had never heard anybody talk about it before. So instead of sitting and listening to the poem, they're saying, oh, wait a minute. Yes, so-and-so is going through that, and this is what happened. And so it may look like they're disconnected from me when in fact they are totally connected. So if I try to redirect my message and so that I can reach somebody, so I need to get a smile on their face, I lose someone who's actually learning about it and needs me to finish on the trail that I was going. I hope you see what I'm saying. So your message is important. You have to make sure that you deliver with the authenticity of who you are so that people get the full message. Okay, so I'm sure you got the full message. Remember, one thing is for sure, joy comes in the morning. So I thank you for joining me on Gift Friday. And I wish you a wonderful weekend. And always a reminder that God is for today. And once you recognize that, you'll realize that today is truly the only day that counts. As much as we may say it, but sometimes we forget to live it. So I'll even let Linda's thanks, and because that could close out so many different ideas and things that were said and shared. Okay, amen. God bless you, and keep up the faith. Ciao. Happy end of March, but it's the end of Women's History Month, but let it not be the end of women, nor let it stop women from making history. I just thought I'd throw that in. And that's not an April Fool's joke. Y'all, we got so much going on. Take care. Over and out. Ciao.